Niches kill creativity. I've always been the type of person, I can't just do one thing and have my whole heart into it. You know, I feel like creativity is the ability to unravel your layers, the spectrum of your being, not to just put yourself into a box and say, hey, this is me, I'm this. I want you guys to know me as this. When people speak of me, I want them to know that I had the ability to do anything. That I didn't just sit around and say, you know, I want to be that. I looked at things and I said, you know what, I can be that, and I can be that, and I can be that. But I want to be all of it. I want people to know me for my ability to create, not to leave a legacy that's known for one thing, I guess. I want to have fun, man. I really, and that's the thing, like, I've always said throughout my life that I've had a problem where it's not that I can't do something, it's that I can do anything. I'm one of those people where I don't have a single passion. My passion is finding my passion. Sometimes I want to do this, sometimes I want to do this, sometimes I want to do that, but it's not something that I want to do forever, or it's not something that I want to do every day. It's more of something that I want to learn, that I want to add that to my tool bag, and I want to take it with me in the future. And one day I may want to use it again, or one day I may need it again. But the reality is I learned it. I and that's the same thing, and I feel like that's why it makes it so hard for me to do social media, because and I don't say it in any way where it matters, because I'm nobody, but I've blown up on social media in so many different ways, for rapping, for drifting cars, dad business, speaking, this and that, and I'm sure plenty of other things that I can't think of at the moment. And the reason that I don't do it now is because it wasn't me. It was only a part of who me is. One of my pages in my book. And I think my approach to YouTube is, if I could have it all, I just want to be able to get up and show the world what I'm creating today, and people influence me to do just that. That they want to see me do different things. They don't want to see that Marcel is a professional skateboarder. They want to see, what is Marcel doing today? Or, man, bro, he's always doing this. And I think that's why I'm so drawn towards this lifestyle, is because, I can tell myself that I don't care to create, and I'll go months without creating, and then it'll come a day where I realize I do. Or, I'll tell myself I want to create all day, and then I'll go all in at creating and realize that I don't want to create all day. I realize life is a balance. For me, it's a balance of whatever it is for that day. And that's why I don't want to live in a niche lifestyle. I don't want people to look at my niche. I want people to see me for all my color and everything that I provide. And I think that that's what everybody should be doing. I think social media, creativity, and everything is bland because people don't dive into the other depths of who they are. They allow people to put a title and a label on who they are, instead of saying, this is just something I did, or something I've done, or something I wanted to try. This isn't who I am. This isn't who I want to be for the rest of my life. I think life lacks color. It lacks the artistic perspective of why we are even alive, which is to experience, it's to try, it's to jump out of your comfort zone and to understand who we even are. Why are you here? Not why is somebody else here? What does it mean to be you? you know? And I don't know, man, you know? And I think that's just where all the conflict comes, where I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to put myself in a box and do stuff because I'm just such a sporadic person, you know? And for a lot of people, that's confusing. You know, for a lot of people, the problem in their life, and it's, I'm not saying it like I'm grateful, because I want to show that I'm not like overly confident. It's because a lot of people have the problem where they don't even know what they want to do, or they can't even figure out what they want to do, you know? And who am I to sit here and talk about, oh, well, I'm having a problem because I can, I'm sorry, I'm having a problem because I can do it all. Like, I don't know, it just like it doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. So I guess I've never like actually approached it on a video. But I just think it's interesting that you know, god dang, the world pushes us to stay in a box, not to find yourself or to become multiple things. It just pushes you to be one thing, for people to know you for one thing, not for all the things that you are. So I'm not really sure why I made this video. I just felt the calling to say it. I'm not sure if anybody really resonates with what I'm saying, but if you get anything from this, don't put yourself into a box. If you're going to create, be creative. Allow yourself to unravel to the world. You know, if you're going to have a niche, I guess, you know, that's fine. Just make sure that you still show everything that you are. Because one day you'll wake up and realize that people only know you for something that maybe you really aren't anymore. So, thank you guys for watching this video.